fishing news is brought to you by Navionics, Okuma, Yozuri, Evinrude, Lama Glass, and the Star Island Yacht Club in Montauk, New York. This week we'll be doing our reports counterclockwise, meaning we'll start from the North Shore first. But before we do that, let's check in with News 12 meteorologist Rich Von Olin.
Thanks a lot, Tim. Hey, anglers, meteorologist Rich Von Olin here, News 12 Long Island Weather Center. Let's check the weekend forecast for fishing and see what's going on. Water temps dropping as they usually do, middle of September, 60s and 70s, not too tough to take though. And in terms of waves, the better fishing day is going to be Sunday. Still got 3 to 5 feet, 5 to 9 offshore on Saturday. It's going to be persistent east, southeast breeze, and also some clouds, maybe some spritzes. Not a big rain deal, but I like Sunday better. The winds begin to lessen, they lighten up, they go more westerly to northwesterly. And that's generally a 2 to 3, 2 to 4 feet day. So I think Sunday, the pick of the weekend to do some fishing. Here's Saturday. Notice the wind arrows coming in off the ocean, anywhere between 15, 20 knots. So it's going to be kind of a mostly cloudy, breezy day. Saturday, maybe stay in the bay, stay local. Again, you can see that wind still coming up. And watch what happens on Sunday. It looks like the winds begin to shift gradually to the west, and that's the better day. I think you're going to be in better shape here for Sunday, more sunshine, drier day. And the waves will be a lot easier to take. So again, Sunday, my pick for the weekend. That's the forecast. Happy angling, meteorologist Rich Von Olin here, News 12 Long Island. Tim?
Be sure to check out News 12 for the latest weather before heading out. Now let's check in with senior editor Fred Golofaro with the latest from the surfcasting scene and the big surf and inshore fishing show a week from today at the Huntington Hilton.
Hey, some good news in the surf, Tim. Things really came alive out at Montauk. According to some of the people I spoke to, it's like old times, like the 90s and early 2000s, with stripers blitzing all over the surface, north side and the south side. I sent Matt Broderick out there. I tipped him off what was going on out there Tuesday morning. He jumped in his truck, ran out there, and he was into fish all day long, right up till dark. He stayed on the south side, and he said at times the fish were right at your feet in the rocks. So really good news. There's tons of bait out there, a lot of white bait fish are feeding on. So hopefully they stick around. You know, we have the Montauk Classic coming up next week, so hopefully there's some good fishing for that event. Some good reports too coming out of the inlets. Seems like Dorian shook things up, got some bait moving, some mullet coming out of some of the inlets, particularly Fire Island, but also Mauritius, Shinnecock. Again, this is all school bass, but still a lot of fun, a lot of action, and you know, something to bend the rod and get the fall going. Some bluefish also in the inlets, but again, they're on the small side. You know, probably 4 pounds is a big one, and some as small as a pound. But they're in there mixed with the bass. The bays are still loaded with peanut bunker. That's a good sign. They're going to be working their way out towards the inlets and then eventually down along the beach. So there's no shortage of bait between mullet, spearing, peanut bunker, and white bait. We're in really good shape in that respect. Some decent schoolie action on the North Fork. I heard from a couple of guys that had, you know, up to 12, 15 schoolies up on the North Fork. So there's life up there also. And don't forget, next Thursday we have the surf/inshore fishing show coming up. A lot of good speakers there. We got Matt Broderick, Crazy Al, Doc Muller, Joe Winijanowski, John Skinner, Billy Wetzel. I'll be doing some speaking myself. And that's at the Huntington Hilton on Route 110. It's $20 to get in the door, $15 for kids 16 and under. Free raffles. We've got a lot of great prizes there. First 600 people get a goodie bag that's worth more than the price of admission. And just all in all, it's a great night, so hope to see you there. And then the next day kicks off the Montauk Classic. That runs Friday through Sunday. That's from the 20th to the 22nd. You can enter for $15 at Paulie's, and you can enter right up until Saturday morning at 9:30. And the award ceremony takes place 12:30 Sunday. First 100 people there get a goodie bag too. Till next week, Fred Golofaro here for thefisherman.com.
Coming up September 27th through the 29th is the Tobay Boat Show. You may ask yourself, is the fall a good time to buy a boat? The answer is yes. Long Island's best dealers will be there with aggressive pricing on existing inventory and 2020 models. Also, interest rates have never been lower. Bring the family and check out the boat show. For more information, visit nyboatshows.com. From the North Shore, we have Captain Mark McGowan.
Hey folks, this week's fishing report's dynamite. We're coming into the full moon. It's red hot. I'm leaving the marina now. Gonna go chase some false albacore on the tides. Just moved in this week, just like we predicted. Bluefish came in from the west, which is beautiful. And let's see what happens next. Hey, this morning, the fishing was dynamite. Solid 2 hours of top water action on the bluefish and false albacore. Now, false albacore only made a showing for about 15-20 minutes and then disappeared. I was able to hook into one. Unfortunately, I dropped him. This is a picture of a fish that I was dreaming about last night. I got it last year out here on the Eaton's Neck, and I was expecting another one today, but that's what fishing's about. It's gonna get me up in the morning to go tomorrow. But the bluefish, wow, what can I say? It was, I don't know how many I caught. It was cast after cast of just hooking up with bluefish. They were in the 2 to 4 pound range. Sometimes they were directly on the beach, 20 to 30 feet off the beach. I saw that happen over a dozen times. So that's great news for people that are gonna be casting off the shoreline, surf casters and those folks. I would definitely say keep your eye open for the North Shore, because the fish that are transitioning in from the west, the bluefish and some of these bass, and then the false albacore that are coming in from the east, that means from Crane's Neck all the way down to Comset, Bayville area, you really are going to see some red hot fishing. I've noticed that the water temps have dropped down in the past week. The winds have picked up a little bit, and that continues to cool the water temperatures, as well as a full moon to look forward to this week. With all this bait just stacked up deep, I am sure that the fishing is just going to get better and better. Make sure you got your calendar for September 19th. We'll be at the Fisherman show. It's going to start in the evening. It's going to be fantastic. Phil and I are going to be there. We'll have rig deals, custom flashlights, custom grips, a large selection of blanks from Rod Geeks, ODM, Century, and Lamy Glass. We'll answer your questions for any rod building, take orders, or if you'd like, you can buy some stuff right at the show. I look forward to seeing you, and until next week, tight lines.
If you're looking for a quality fishing boat that's affordable, check out a Sea Pro powered by Suzuki. For less than $400 a month, get you into all the action. Visit Cale's Family Boating Center for a test ride today. The West End Report is brought to you by Rachel's Waterside Grill on the Nautical Mile in Freeport. You hook it and they will cook it, and it's just $12 per entree. Call 516-546-0050 for all the details. Joey Leggio, he's always got a report because that man is always fishing. Joey, what do you got?
Hey Tim, what's going on, bud? Debs Inlet. Let's start off inshore with the crabbing. Been taking Frankie for about maybe an hour. Been averaging about 20 crabs, pulling them off the poles with the crab nets. The other day, actually, when I was out, we saw something pretty cool under the boat. We netted it and happened to be a little file fish. Pretty cool to see one of those up here. So after Frankie took a quick picture, we released it back into the bay. Fishing in the bay has been really good. There's a lot of bluefish around. You were seeing the bunkers get sprayed like crazy. The peanut bunkers, not the adults. And underneath them, there's stripers and there's cocktail bluefish. We had them up to 4 pounds the other day. Again, took Frankie out with Jennifer. Had a nice family fun, and they were catching a bunch of bluefish under those bunkers. The bridge itself had a lot of fish. We had stripers, we had bass. Had out Dave on his Parker. We had 4 bass, 9 stripers, and 1 bonus Spanish mackerel for a quick morning run. The reefs, again, fully loaded, tons and tons of fish. And actually, speaking about the reef, I was going out on Wednesday. The reports were that the wind's going to be gusting to 15, which is doable on my skiff. Not a big deal. So I had guys come up from Delaware to come porgy fishing. Well, to our surprise, the next morning, the report was different, and we had 30-knot winds. So Lloyd Mouse and Nancy knew the situation, and he was nice enough to say, guys, jump on my boat. We went out there, and we absolutely clobbered the sea bass. The porgies. There was sea bass, but no, I think it was only 1 keeper on the sea bass, but huge porgies up to 2.5 pounds, blowfish, we had sea robin, bluefish. I think we had 4 or 5 short stripers. Real good day. So again, I want to thank you, Lloyd Malson, for doing that for me and letting us come on your 32-foot Carolina Classic, which would have been a lot better than being out in the 23-foot skiff. Anyway, that's what friends are for, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Back to the reports. That's basically it. The reefs are all alive. Plenty of porgies to be had. Sea bass. The fluke fishing seems to have slowed down a little, though, after that storm pushed through. But the bottom life is there. So, guys, get out. The bass are making a show, and it's still... oh, I almost forgot. There was an albie blitz the other day outside of Debs, too. So that's good that they're starting to make their way in. So a bunch of albies were caught by some of my friends. So, again, falls just falling right into place. But that's basically it, Tim, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much.
Now let's check in with Paul McCain from River Bay Outfitters.
Hello, Tim. It's been a really strange week. My truck's in the shop, my boat's in the shop. So my wife and I decided to go to the local piers to fish for snappers. And we had a great time. And you know what we found? Big snappers. They're closer to the snapper blues. But bait. Plenty. Bait. Plenty of bunker. Now, on Monday, I decided to go out fishing with meteorologist Rich from News 12, and we were looking for the bluefish, but wind was out of the east, fishing's the least. We had a lot of snappers, big snappers, still a great day. Any day with a fly rod is a great day. The fly rodders have also been, a lot of guys from the fly rodders have been hitting all the local ponds, but they've also been going to the Connecticut and reporting that the fishing still is good. Not as easy as it used to be, but big fish, big trout. So if you want nice, tight lines, get out to the Connecticut. Walter, he decided to take a trip up to the Housatonic, swinging flies for those smallmouth, and he did very well. He had a great day up there. There's fishing all around. Montauk, Orient Point, starting to report. Albacores are starting to come in. So, you know, this is the time to get out there. We still have a couple months left. Don't wait. Tight lines, everybody. See you soon.
For our Great South Bay report, we have Captain Al Lorenzetti.
Hey, Tim. Fire Island report. Some decent fluke fishing taking place. A little less pressure on the water after Labor Day, and schools are back in session now. So some decent catches of fluke, sea bass in the ocean as well. Pretty good. And offshore, been some tough days weather-wise, but this weekend it looks like Saturday's going to be decent. Friday and Saturday pretty tough with a lot of east winds, but Sunday looks like a decent day for both inshore and offshore. And October 12th and 13th, keeping in mind, Bergen Bay Docks Shark Tournament on Saturday, and striped bass Saturday and Sunday. Captain's meeting Thursday on the 11th, 7 p.m. at Bergen Bay Docks. That's it, Tim. Talk to you next week.
Fred Golofaro is back with the latest from the East End.
Hey, thanks, Tim. And yeah, out on the East End, Montauk in particular, fluke fishing picked right up where it left off before Dorian came through. A lot of nice fluke again. Cartwright grounds, fluke up to 11, 12 pounds at the beginning of the week. Savio Mizzi called me Tuesday morning. He was out in his boat pretty close to the beach off of Jones Reef, and said there were acres of stripers, schools all over the place, birds working over them. Said it was a scene out of the late 90s, early 2000s. These are school fish. The biggest fish, maybe 30 inches, but loads of them, and they are around most of the day. There's also some bluefish and albacore mixed in with them on the north side. Actually, a lot of bluefish and some albacore mixed in with them on the north side. There was also the sea bass and porgy fishing. That never missed a beat either. Even as recently as Sunday, there were really good scores being made, and that carried through to Monday and Tuesday. So still plenty of porgies and sea bass, and that fishing is just going to keep getting better as the fall progresses. Up on the North Fork, some really good diamond jigging going on, like anywhere from 1 to 3 miles off of Orient. Big bluefish, big sea bass, and big porgies, all being taken on diamond jigs, all the mixed bag action. So that's looking real good. So right now, the East End's looking pretty good there, Tim.
No reports of any offshore action due to the tropical activity in the Atlantic. Hopefully the ocean will cooperate in the coming week. If you'd like to be part of our weekly video fishing forecast, we're looking for social media savvy anglers for hyperlocal reporting from around the New York Metro and Long Island area. So if you're a captain, tackle shop, or just an avid angler, contact me at longislandbayrat.com. That's libayrat.com. Remember, like our video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and tap on the bell to be notified instantly when we post a new video on YouTube. And of course, be a subscriber to the Fisherman magazine to be part of the Dreamboat contest. And until next week, this is Tim C. Smith for thefisherman.com. Win the incredible Steigercraft Evinrude Lowrance Grand Prize Boat Package and more in the Fisherman's 2019 Dreamboat Fishing Challenge. Get the details now at thefisherman.com.